Hello and welcome to a Slow Vinyasa yoga class. My name is Kylie and thank you for joining us here in Costa Rica. I have a group here in the studio that is going to be participating alongside you. So welcome to the class. This class is all about releasing tension and emotions. Our peak pose is going to be a little bit unique. It is a reclined bound angle. So a very slow yin-like peak pose, but we're going to be it's going to be a traditional vinyasa class, but we're going to take it slower and it's going to be a little bit more intentional, like we're moving through honey. So come to a seated position on your mat. To get started, we'll do some seated stretching warm-ups. So in any comfortable position that works for you, if you want to have your legs out in front, or if you want to sit on your knees, you can sit on a block. So to just take a moment to slow down the breath, taking an inhale as you sweep the arms out and up. And then as you exhale, bring those palms together and bring all that good, fresh, relaxing energy to your heart. We're going to slow down today and we're going to release tension in the body, stress in the mind, and maybe some emotions hiding out between the two. Dropping your hands. You can blink your eyes open if they were closed. We'll do a few neck rolls. So take your right ear to your right shoulder and then slowly roll your chin down and around to the other shoulder. And then chin back down. Rolling back and forth very slowly from shoulder to shoulder. Stretching the neck, ending with your left ear to your left shoulder, and then raising back up, coming up to neutral, a few shoulder rolls, so rolling forward, up, back, and down, and then use your breath, so inhale forward, up, hold, squeeze really tight at the top, and then release back and down with the exhale. Do one more forward and up. Squeeze really tight at the top. And then release back and down. Stretching one leg. Let's take your right leg out to the side with your left leg in. So we're in a half butterfly position. We're going to fold over straight over that bent knee, hinging from the hips. You can sway a little bit side to side if that feels good. Trying to release the hips. I can feel mine wanting to grip, wanting to hold me up. So breathe into it. And then coming back up, we'll switch to the other side. So straighten out your left leg. Bend your right knee, bring that foot in, and fold over. See if you can just release a little tension here. And then slowly coming back up. All right, now we're going to do both legs together. So bring both feet together into a bound angle. You can grab onto your shins, your ankles, your feet, We're going to slowly hinge forward. Just opening up through both hips now. Releasing any tension, releasing the day, releasing your to-do list, releasing the thoughts that are circling around in your mind. One more deep inhale here. Exhale, relaxing, and then slowly coming back up. Swing your legs around to one side. We're going to meet in a table position. So from your table, we're going to do some cat-cows. So dropping the belly down, letting it sink down towards the mat, lifting up the chin, looking up. And then exhale as you bring the belly button up into the spine, pulling it up to the ceiling and dropping the chin down. Inhale, dropping the belly, lifting the head, filling up with air. And then exhale, squeeze it all out. Pull that belly button up. One more time. Dropping the belly, opening the chest, filling with air. And then squeeze it out one more time. Pull the belly button up. Squeeze in. And then come back to a neutral spine. We're going to do an exercise called fire hydrant. So you might be able to guess what that looks like. We're going to lift up one knee straight to the side, keeping it bent at a 90-degree angle, and then back down again. We'll do that 2 more times. Lift to the side, back down, lift up to the side, and back down. All right, we'll go to the other side. So lifting the other leg, keeping that bent knee in 90 degrees. And one more. Okay, widen your knees, bring your toes together, sit back into a child's pose. Taking a deep breath in, deep breath out. Stretching the back, the side body, letting the forehead rest on the ground, or you can make a pillow with your hands and rest your forehead in your hands. Feeling length through each vertebrae of the spine. Slowly coming back up to your table. Bring your knees back under your hips, tuck your toes, and then press your hips up and back to a down dog. So in this first down dog, pedal your feet back and forth. Just pressing through one heel at a time. Stretching out. You can sway your hips. You can shake your head. And then coming back into stillness, slowly walking your feet toward your hands. You can keep a bend in your knees as you
dangle over your legs. You can use support holding your hands on your shins if you need to, or on your legs, or just dangle. We're going to lift halfway up. So press your palms into your legs or your shins, lengthening your spine forward. So you're in a capital L shape. And then exhale, one more forward fold, maybe a little bit deeper this time. Inhale, start to rise all the way up, rounding the back up,
sweeping the arms out to the side and up above the head. Exhale, bring the arms back to the sides into your mountain pose. We're going to move on into a slow sun salutation. So slow and intentional. Inhale, arms up like you're moving through honey. When you get to the top, start to bring them back down, sweep out to the side, and start to hinge forward into your forward fold.
Inhale, halfway lift.
Exhale, plant your hands and step your right foot back into a low lunge. Feeling that stretch, open. Breathing into that right hip. Feeling that nice stretch, pressing through your back heel. Then step your left foot back and we'll meet in a down dog. Start to shift forward into your plank position. So shoulders come over your wrists and then lower down onto your belly. Lift up your hands from the mat. Give yourself a few wrist circles. Stretching them out. Then place them right under your shoulders. We're going to start with it just a low cobra this time. So lifting up your chin, your chest, and then if you can, take the weight out of your hands and then lift them up too. Really pull that belly button up into the spine. Activate those abdominals. Protect the lower back. And then lower everything back down. Press your hands into the mat as you press back through your table and into your down dog again. Take a deep breath here. And exhale. Inhale, lift your right leg back and up behind you. And then bringing it forward into that low lunge again. Inhale, lengthen your spine, look forward. Exhale as you step the left foot up to the front of your mat. Inhale into a halfway lift, that L shape. And then exhale down. Inhale, rise all the way up. Arms sweep out and up. Exhale, forward fold. We're going to go to the other side. Inhale, halfway lift. And plant the hands down. You can bend your knees if you need to. Step your left foot back this time into our low lunge. Pressing that through the hips. Pressing that back heel towards the back wall. Keeping this leg nice and lifted. And then step your right foot back into a down dog.
Pressing the hips up, letting the head drop heavy. And then shifting forward to your plank position. Slowly lower all the way down onto your belly. Lift up the hands for a second. Give a little wrist roll. Then press them right below your shoulders, lifting up into a low cobra. Or if your lower back it feels good, you can go to a halfway or even a high cobra. Deep breath here. Opening through the chest. And then lift your hips, bend your knees, coming through your table, tuck your toes back to down dog. Inhale, lift your left leg up and back behind you. And then bring that forward between your hands into that low lunge. Inhale as you lift your chin, lengthen your spine forward. Exhale, step your right foot forward. Inhale, halfway lift. So lengthening the spine forward into that low lunge. Or I'm sorry, into that L shape. Got my L's mixed up. And then exhale, forward fold. Let everything dangle. You can grab opposite elbows. You can sway a little bit here. Really let that upper body release down. And then drop the hands and inhale as you slowly rise up vertebrae by vertebrae. Arms sweep out and up. And then exhale, arms down, mountain pose. All right, we're gonna move into our standing rounds. So our standing poses. Sweep your arms out and up as you inhale. We're gonna find that down dog again. So exhale as you forward fold. Inhale, plant the hands, just walk your feet back to that down dog. All right, so this is round one. This is gonna be our base. On your inhale, lift your right leg back and up behind you into a three-legged dog. And then bring that right leg forward into that low lunge. All right, from here, take your right arm, place it on your right thigh, pivot your back foot open, and open up to your side. Windmill your left arm back and up and over your head. We're in our side angle. Keep that windmill going forward as you come back to your low lunge. Drop your back knee to the ground. You can point your toe or keep it tucked, whatever feels better for you. We're going to go into a crescent lunge. So bring your hand back to that thigh and then lift your left arm straight above your head. This is kind of a supported crescent lunge. If you want, you can also lift your right arm up. Giving a little bit of back bend, really pressing through that left hip, pressing it down to the ground. And then coming back, bringing your both arms on both sides of your foot. From here, start to walk your hands backwards, straightening your right knee. We're in a half splits. So you can kind of bend, hinge over that leg and sink down to a place that feels
Nice and stretchy for you. And then walk your hands back forward into that low lunge. So lift up your back knee and step back to your down dog. All right, there was our base. That was our first round. We're going to do the other side now, of course. So left leg is going to come straight back and up to that three-legged dog. Then bring that left leg forward into your low lunge. So we're going into that side angle again. Take your left forearm, place it on your thigh, pivot your right foot open up to your right, then windmill your right arm back and up and over your head. Looking up to the sky, opening through the chest. Keep that windmill going with your right hand, bringing it forward and down to the mat. Crescent lunge, so drop your right knee. Then using your hand on your thigh again, lift straight up this time. Lift your right arm above your head. And you can stay here with the support, or you can lift both arms above your head and look up and even bend back just a bit. That crescent lunge. Come back forward, place both hands on the mat, and then walk them back towards you. Lifting up the front toes and hinging forward into that half splits. Walk your hands back forward. Lift your back knee to that low lunge and step your foot back. We're going to meet back in a down dog. All right, we're going to build a little bit from that. All right, so right leg comes back and up, three-legged dog. Bringing it forward into our low lunge. Side angle. So bringing that right forearm, resting it on your front thigh, pivot your back foot open. Bring your left arm back, windmilling it up and over your head. Opening through the chest, looking up at the ceiling or sky. And then keep that windmill going forward. Drop it down back to your low lunge. This time, we're going to pivot the foot open and we're going to windmill up into a warrior two. So you can always use that support if you need with that front thigh. Flip your front palm up and start to lift it up and over your head, reverse warrior. Come back to your warrior two. Windmilling your arms down into that low lunge. Crescent lunge, so dropping that left knee. You can keep your toes tucked or pointed. So using one arm like we did before with support, or lifting both arms if you want. Up into crescent lunge. And slowly back down. Walking your hands back into that half splits position. So hinging forward from the hips and pulling your hips back towards your feet. You can lift your toes up in your front right foot. Okay, walk your hands back towards the front of the mat. This time, bring your right hand to the inside of your foot. Heel toe that front foot out a little bit and twist to about a 45-degree angle. This is our lizard position. Really feeling that opening in that thigh, especially the inner thigh. If you want, you can even take your hand on your thigh and kind of push it away from you a little bit, just to give it a little bit of an extra opening. And then come back down. So tuck that back foot, lift it up, and come back to our down dog. We'll go to the left side now. So lifting the left leg back and up behind you. Bringing it forward into a low lunge. Side angle. So pivot that back foot, rest your forearm down, windmill your right arm back and up and over your head as you open your chest, open your gaze to the ceiling. And then keep that windmill going forward. Drop that hand down back to your low lunge. So now we're going to open back up to that warrior two. So we windmill the opposite way. So pivot your foot open and windmill your right arm forward and up as you rise up to warrior two. Flip your front palm, lifting it up, up, up into a reverse warrior over your head. And back down to warrior two. Keep that windmill going. Frame your foot back to that low lunge. Drop the knee. Crescent lunge. So again, you can use your leg for support or lift both arms up. With that little bit of a back bend, looking up to the ceiling if possible. And then coming back down. Walk your hands back to that half splits. Hinging forward. Pulling those front toes toward you. Pulling the hips back and down. And then walking the fingers back towards the front of the mat. Lizard, so bring your left hand to the inside of your foot. Heel toe that foot wider. Bring it to a 45-degree angle. And then if you want, like we did before, you can take your left hand and kind of just press it open even a little bit. Finding a little bit more stretch. And then bring your hand back down. Tuck your back toes, lift up your back knee. Bring your feet back to that down dog. Take a deep breath here. And we're going to build just a little bit more. So right leg is going to come back and up behind you into that three-legged dog. And then bringing it forward into that low lunge. Slow, like we're moving through honey. Side angle. Pivot that back foot open. Right arm on the right thigh. Windmill your left arm back and up and over your head. From here, we're going straight into warrior two. So your windmill is going to come back where it came from. So take that left arm back to the back side of your mat. Lift your front arm. Rise up into warrior two. Flip your front palm. Lift it up to the ceiling and over your head, reverse warrior. Then bringing it back down into warrior two. Keep that windmill going down into low lunge. Drop the back leg. Untuck the toes if you want, and lift up into crescent lunge. Nice and slow. And then paint your arms back down to the mat. Walk your hands back into that half splits position. And then walk them forward again. We're coming back into our pigeon. Into our, I forgot what it's called, lizard. Yes, thank you. So, very similar to pigeon though. All right, so heel toe your foot wider. Turn that right foot out to about a 45-degree angle. So you can stay here. You can press your leg open like we did last time. Or if you have the space, you're also welcome to drop down onto your elbows. Very deep hip opener, inner thighs, glutes. Taking a deep breath in, releasing everything that you can, any tension that you're finding. Send that breath right there. All right, if you're down on your elbows, come back up to your palms. Tuck your back toes, lift up your knee, and step back to your down dog. All right, we have one more side. And then our fourth round is actually going to be all down on the mat. So lift your left leg back and up behind you into our three-legged dog. Bringing it forward, low lunge. Side angle, so pivot your right foot open. Left forearm on your left thigh. And windmill your right arm back and up. Watch it with your eyes. Come over your head. Open your chest. Now, instead of keeping that windmill going forward, we're going to back it back up again. So lift that right arm back up, back behind you. Lift your left arm up into a warrior two. Flip the front palm and lift it up to the ceiling and over your head. Reverse warrior. Come back to your warrior two. Windmill your back arm forward and down into low lunge. Crescent lunge. Drop your back knee. Untuck your toes. Lift one or both arms up. Really pressing through that front thigh, that front hip. And then release back down. Walk your hands back into that half splits position, hinging forward. Walk your hands back to the front of the mat. Lizard, so hand on the inside of your foot, heel toe that foot wider. Turn it to that 45-degree angle. So again, stay here, or you can use your hand to just give your thigh a little bit more of an opening, pressing it gently, or you're welcome to come down onto your elbows. Whatever's right for you today to help you release tension, releasing the stress in your body and your mind. Releasing any stuck emotions, any stuck thoughts. And then if you're down on your elbows, start to press back up into your palms. coming back up. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee, step back to your down dog. Deep breath in, deep breath out. One more. Deep breath in. Let the head hang heavy. And out. All right, drop your knees to the mat. For round 4, it's going to be a little bit different. So we're actually going to come onto our backs and lay down. So laying all the way back. All right, so bring your knees to your chest and hug them in. Letting the lower back release. We're going to turn this into a happy baby position. So you can stay here, or if you want to lift the bottoms of your feet toward the ceiling and grab the bottoms of your feet. An even deeper opening and release of the back. Now bring the bottoms of your feet together into, like we're doing a butterfly up in the air. So bottoms of the feet are together, just like we did at the very beginning of our stretching, but our legs are up in the air now. Slowly let your feet start to work their way back down to the floor, keeping them together in that butterfly position. Let them slowly drop to the ground so you can release them with your hands. So bottoms of the feet stay together, knees release open. Hands can rest open to the sides, palms up. We are in our reclined bound angle or reclined butterfly. See if you can release any tension, anything holding you back from melting into the mat further. Is there any specific muscle or tendon or part of you that's gripping, trying to hold you up? See if you can relax that space. See if you can release that stress. Release everything you can. This pose can get more intense the longer you hold it here. So if you need to, you're always welcome to use your hands and guide your knees up a little bit if it gets too much. But see if you can breathe into it. At the same time, see if you can release some of the thoughts rolling around in your head. Maybe whatever emotions are attached to them. Surrender to the mat. Take one more deep inhale, sending it right to any areas of tension, any tightness. And as you exhale, release everything. So we need to get out of here very gently, very, very slowly. So first, bring your hands, place them under your knees or under your thighs, wherever you can reach. Just give them a little bit of support so you can release into your hands. Press your hands up a little bit. Start to wiggle your feet out as you press your knees up. Okay. So now that we're up here, heel toe your feet wide to the edge of your mat and then let your knees drop in. Do a really nice counter stretch. Stretching now the outer thighs, the hips. We'll just stay here for a moment. Let the body reset, resettle. Take some deep inhales, filling all that new space that we found with some good, fresh air, some positive energy. And then bring your feet back to kind of a neutral position and hug your knees into your chest. Stretch your left leg out long and keep your right knee to your chest. Then with your right knee, just start to cross it over your body and let it drop to your left side, trying to keep your right shoulder down on the mat. So don't lift any shoulders off the ground. So only drop the knee as far as it can go. It's probably not going to go all the way to the ground. Your right hand can stretch out to your side or up in a cactus. And then bring that knee back up. Stretch it out long and bring your left knee to your chest. Hold it here, stretch. Letting your left knee slowly cross your body over to the right side. Trying to keep both shoulders on the mat, so only go as far as you can. Stretching your left arm out long. And then bring that left knee back up. And hug both knees into your chest. Rock a little bit side to side.
maybe a little bit forward and back, just loosening up the back. Massaging the back, side to side or forward and back. And then coming into stillness, we're going to come into our final resting Shavasana pose. So if there's any stretch or any movement you want to take right now before we do that, this is your chance. If you want to stretch, maybe stretch out long or do any twisting or whatever feels good in your body, whatever your body's asking for right now. If it wants to stretch a certain way. When you're ready, we will meet in a final resting pose. So for some of us, that's flat on our back with our legs out long, feet kind of draped open, arms out to the side, palms facing up. I kind of like to tuck my shoulder blades back and down. It allows my shoulders to relax down a little bit easier. You can also bend your knees and put your feet on the ground so that it can relax your lower back a little bit more. So that's another option. And if you do that, just keep your feet wide and let your knees drop in towards each other. That can be very relaxing. But whatever position you choose, start to relax the muscles in your face, your jaw, your forehead, your brow. Feel that relaxation spreading down into your shoulders, into your chest, down your arms, into your hands and your fingertips. Then feel it spreading down through your torso, into your hips, your thighs, your calves, your feet, and your toes. Feel that good energy spreading throughout your body, filling up all the places that we opened up, all the places that we released. Feeling your heartbeats and your energy elevates. Slowly start to deepen your breath. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Bring movement to your wrists and ankles. Take a deep inhale in as you raise your arms up and over your head, finding new space to fill that energy. And then exhale. Bring your arms down, bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself one last hug. Slowly, when you're ready, start to roll to your right side. Using your left palm, start to rise up and come into a seated position. Lengthening up through the spine, through the neck, through the crown of the head. Inhale as you sweep your arms out and up. And then exhale as you bring your palms together, bring all that good fresh energy into your heart, into all those new spaces that we opened up today. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope this flow has helped you release some tension in the body, some stress in the mind, maybe some thoughts that were rolling around, maybe some stuck emotions. And now we can fill that space with lots of good, positive energy. Namaste.